Hello, everyone. I am Austin.
I'm
My
Chris.
okay. My name is Dylan.
Great start. And today we will be reviewing the sequel trilogy, or just the sequel
sequel.
sequels.
The sequels.
The sequels
There's in the third
of
year.
a sequel. Yep. But we'll be reviewing The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi. Next week we will be doing a special episode of, I think we discussed Avatar, the blue people, not the airbender one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then after that, we will be reviewing The Rise of Skywalker, which looks really cool. So I can't wait for that.
Rise of Skywalker does come out December 20th. So
And
if you
we'll
don't have
release
tickets
it.
already,
The
please. Yes.
Yeah.
So if you don't have tickets already, I would try to get some as fast as you can.
I probably should.
Yeah, that would be a good
Dylan,
idea.
just drag me to the theater.
I will.
Anyway.
Gladly.
All right. So I say let's just not waste any time. Let's jump into this.
Okay.
First subject.
First subject I
characters.
have is characters, yeah.
And Dylan wrote all these notes.
Yes.
Very briefly, I must say.
As he should.
Yep. All right. So who wants to go first with these characters?
I don't think half of them. Rey is, I think, not a bad character. I think she's definitely underestimated because she has like one of the most intriguing storylines.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is true. Even
Yeah.
there's like slim nothing known about her.
Which is what, see, that's the thing I like most because it wants you to you learn a bit more about her every movie. I'm guessing this movie we're gonna actually know who her parents are, and I bet money it's from the Skywalker family in some way, but I don't know for sure.
I don't know, dude. Cause
Honestly, everyone's
that's the way
related
I
to
felt.
Skywalker in some way at this point.
That is true. But I can't see it. I honestly cannot see Rey being connected to the Skywalkers. I can see them maybe her being connected to Solo.
That's Skywalker.
Okay, but I'm talking about like Anakin, Luke, and well, I guess yeah, kind of Leia. But okay, shut up, Dylan. But anyways, I see her more as like Solo than coming from not Anakin. Luke. Sorry, really tired. Anyway,
I love how you're super tired, but it's
Okay.
the morning.
all right. I should still.
We
be
both
asleep.
woke up at 6:30. Okay, leave us
We
alone.
True.
Anyway, so I don't know how because if you do a character like Rey with no backstory, and it's up to the viewers to theorize what you think is going to happen, and then like Rian Johnson did with The Last Jedi, you completely like off Snoke's character. You're like Kylo says to Rey, "Your parents were nothing but junkers and drunks," and that kind of just ruins, like, in my point of view, Rey's character.
Well, you know he's lying. He's frickin' Kylo.
Okay,
Yeah.
but maybe he's telling the truth. You never know. I don't know. I think we will get some more like evidence of who her parents are in The Last Jedi, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Part of me is like, no, they're not going to go towards that route. But I feel like J.J. Abrams is going to be like, forget Rian Johnson. This is the way. Hashtag Mandalorian. This is the way. But yeah. Chris, you got anything to add?
Honestly, the thing about Rey that kind of makes me upset is the simple fact that she went from a scrapper to it's like, oh, all of a sudden she now has force powers. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. She's already what? I would say she's what, in her 20s maybe?
Yeah, late 20s, maybe like mid 20s, late 20s.
Yeah, around there. At this point in time, it's like honestly, like, how could you be this old and just not find out that you have force powers? Like, you should be able to
Feel it from.
Granted, under normal circumstances, you would be able to tell at a young age, but then again, she was on her own for most of the time. So it's like no one could
And for
really
all we know,
tell.
she actually did use the Force to help her with her burglaries because she was like one of the best scrappers out there, right? If I remember that correctly.
Yeah, she was the only. She was one of the only female scrappers too. I don't
Yeah,
know,
so she probably did have them. She just didn't know what it was.
maybe, but still, even then, it's like, and then the reason why I believe that Rey is connected to the Skywalker family, like
Mm-hmm.
the main Skywalker family, because if you recall, when she found Anakin's old lightsaber, which I don't know, which I want to know how they recovered that from Cloud City.
Oh
'Cause,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm
yeah,
confused as well.
Maybe
yeah,
maybe
it's like
Maz was like at the bottom. She had her own little shop, and then she sees a hand and a lightsaber, and she's like, "Oh, okay."
yeah, like that's something I want to know.
And
But anyways, the reason why I feel like um the reason I feel like Rey's connected to the main family is because when she touched Anakin's lightsaber, she basically got a backstory and got the
mm-hmm.
review of like everything that went down in the history of that lightsaber as a whole.
Yeah.
But then I started thinking about it more because after especially after playing Fallen Order, there's a force ability called that basically allows a force user to see the history of an object they touch. I feel
Mm-hmm.
like that's something she has.
So,
So it could go both ways. It
would
could
you say that all Jedi have it, or
I
powerful Jedi have it at least?
I would say it's just a rare gift. Like I don't know the history of the ability, how it's used, how it works, if it can be taught.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if there's like if you unlock it under certain circumstances, but point is that there's two ways it can go. Either A, she's getting family history of the Skywalker family and turns out she's related to it in some way, shape, or form.
Mm-hmm.
Or two, she's basically a Cal Kestis and is just, getting the history of the object itself.
Yeah. There was
Or it could
around.
be like the ghost kind of power thing where like you learn it, but it's super difficult. And Ray's just like super special.
Maybe.
Mm,
Maybe she is the
um.
true chosen one.
Oh God! I swear, if
Hey,
Disney does that,
hey, technically that prophecy was never fulfilled. So
well,
it's possible.
I mean, Anakin technically did balance the Force.
Not for
There was
long.
there was two main Jedi, and then there were two Swords, or well, just Darth Vader and Darth Sidious. But anyway, you know, Yoda and Vader died. I mean, well, yeah, Vader died. Everyone died, and then it was just Luke left. So the Force was just still unbalanced. So I don't
And
know.
then they just unbalanced it again by killing what's his name in The Force Awakens?
Oh, Han.
Luke?
I mean,
They
sorry, Last
killed
Jedi.
Han. Oh yeah, Luke.
Yeah, Last
That
Jedi
I
was Luke.
hated his death. I
Snoke,
hated it.
that's what it is.
Snoke. Oh
Snoke?
yeah.
Yeah.
Emperor Palpatine
Well,
knockoff.
here's the thing. Because now it's because
Emperor's coming back.
yeah, Palpatine's coming back supposedly. I mean,
Rumored.
Well,
rumored.
the actor was at Comic Con or one
Yeah,
of those
so it's
Star Wars
rumored.
events. They revealed the trailer, and you hear his laugh, and he comes out, and he's like, "Play it again," and then they all start cheering, and then he starts crying. He's like, "It was such a play this character."
Yeah, so it's like there's some
I think he'll be in it.
yeah. Point is, the Force is now still unbalanced because there's only one Jedi technically. That's
Mm-hmm.
Rey.
But there's
Well,
also
there's also
one.
the Jedi kid at the end of Last Jedi.
I don't know. Is he even a Jedi kid?
Yes, he forced the broom to him.
Okay, well, I mean, I'm sure that there's plenty other people who use the Force yet aren't
Yeah,
Jedi. I
look,
know that for a
there's
fact.
Force because there's a difference between a Force user and then a Jedi and a Sith.
Yeah.
A Force user is someone who has it but isn't necessarily
Like, think of
attached, or I guess
that blind guy from Rogue One. Not a Jedi. Well, he could have been, but
he could have
not a
been.
Jedi. He used the Force. Is the
Exactly.
Force supposed to be God or something? I don't know.
It's a
They're like,
balance.
No one knows.
It's
they're
a
like,
balance. Listen to goddamn Luke.
listen,
He's
Dylan, why don't
passed
you
on
come
all
to
we know.
Cornerstone so that way I can throw you down the stairs?
Nope, that's October.
All right. So moving on to our next subject because we're kind of on a tight schedule. Let's go to storyline.
Um, I think the Luke and what's her name, Ray storyline's half decent. It's not the best, could be better, but
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
it's not like
Granted,
ew, I want to throw up terrible. But it's also
yeah.
Yeah,
not oh my god, I want to clap my head off. I don't know what I just said.
it's okay, Dylan. I will say one storyline that made me want to throw up in my mouth. I didn't when I first saw it, but after rewatching it about 3 times, I hate this character. It is Rose. And I loved
Yep.
Finn in The Force Awakens, but Rose completely ruins his character.
Yeah.
And it was so funny. I was first watching it, and then that Asian lady, I'm like, pull the trigger, get this over with. And then like 5 minutes later, Rose is like, my sister died, and I'm like, oh, I'm like,
Wow.
because I'm like, it's about time, and then she died, and I'm like, oh. So yeah, I kind of felt bad, but and
Then
then
Rose
they
came
did that.
along.
Then Rose came along. I hope they kill her off in Rise of Skywalker.
I thought they killed her in Lost Jedi when I first saw it.
They should have. They just knocked her out because she's in the trailer.
I thought Finn was
Yeah.
gonna die, but
I know that would have been a perfect ending. So you see
but
him
it wouldn't
go
have worked
from
anyways. It wouldn't have destroyed the thing because the sliders were too weak.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll have you know that when I played Star Wars Battlefront, I caused a dent. So
That
you
That's
can shut
Battlefront.
it. Yeah, Battlefront 2. Okay.
as
Just
if that
saying.
matters.
It really doesn't. I'm sorry,
That's
Austin,
true. Okay, I'm sorry. I just love the game. Anyways, let's go to motives. Dylan, I don't know what you mean by this, or
Like
maybe I'm just
character
too tired.
motives.
Oh,
Like,
okay. What's
bruh,
Ray's motive? Find your parents, Finn to become a good guy, Kylo to emo cry for everyone.
I
well,
mean,
actually, we don't know Kylo's motives. He has such an interesting conflict. Like,
I like Kylo. It's just they turned him into such a meme. It's hard to take him seriously.
agreed.
yeah, Kylo's somebody who.
I used to know.
Oh God, Dylan.
Couldn't
What happened to that
resist.
guy anyway?
Somebody that I used to know, but you didn't have to cut me off.
Whatever
Anyway,
happened to that guy anyway?
I don't know.
One
He
hit
just,
wonder.
yeah, and now he's just somebody that we used to know.
Moving on.
Anyway, Chris, you want to say anything about Kylo?
Kylo, it's an interesting character.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say that. It's a very interesting character, and it's somebody who I generally can't get a read on. His story and just his background and everything. It's so interesting. It's like you can't tell whether or not he's gonna remain evil and just be killed off, or
Mm-hmm.
he'll turn good and sacrifice himself, or just
I,
there's a lot
I
of ways
think
his
he'll turn
character can
good.
go.
I think he'll turn good and sacrifice himself.
X to doubt.
I don't know, Dylan. I don't know. You know, Star Wars has pulled some tricky, bamboozled stuff on us before. But even if they do that, I mean, that'd be confusing because they just opened up that new Star Wars land at Disney, and their new ride is mainly focused on Kylo Ren. So think about it, they kill off Kylo Ren. Some 5-year-old's going to be like, didn't he die? And then they won't
That's
understand the
true.
story. So I
Who
don't know.
knows? There's a lot of
They,
ways there's a
yeah.
lot of ways this can go.
But then again, Star Tours worked, and they killed off Darth Vader, and that came out 3 years after.
Well, that's because Darth Vader's a universal and such a well-loved character.
That is true, and then it's just Kylo. But
Kylo's just
anyway,
Kylo.
yeah. All right, let's move on to conflict.
The conflict inside Rey and Kylo is both equally confusing and great because it makes you actually wonder what they're gonna do. There's like no definitive thing that they're gonna do. You just don't know.
Yeah. See, here I don't know what to expect from this movie because they have that Ray turning evil scene, but I
Yeah,
don't know. Part of me in like the Last Jedi, I can feel like Kylo was trying to be a good guy, but then he saw Luke and he's like, no, 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 and then
Because he wants to kill all the Skywalker.
yeah. He
yeah,
wants to get rid of the
Well,
Skywalker family as a whole.
including his mommy.
well, actually, he didn't have the guts to do that. He made his minions do it.
Yeah.
What a wuss.
No balls.
Dylan, would you kill your mom if you had to?
No.
I know what I have to
Anyway.
do. Proceeds to make his minions do it. I don't have the balls.
All right. What would you say would be the conflict for, let's say, all the characters, like overall?
Luke to go back or to not go back? That is the question.
Oh God, turn to
Luke's probably gonna be a
Shakespeare.
Force ghost. That's
Yeah,
probably
I
gonna be
could.
the rest of his character, just a Force ghost.
Yeah.
Same, just like with Alec Guinness.
Uh, anyway, so let's go to plot twist. Dylan.
I definitely think the Kylo killing Snoke plot twist
Mhm.
actually
Oh
got
yeah.
me. That one did get me. And
Mhm.
I don't know what it is, but the thing where like Snoke's like reading Kylo and he's like using the lightsaber that would strike Rey to fool Snoke. I think that's like big brain energy. That's like five head energy right there.
Yeah.
You know, I remember when everyone was trying to figure out who Snoke really was,
Mhm.
and it's like then he dies at the end, and just his character just forgotten. You
Cause no
never
one
really.
likes Snoke. He's stupid.
Why do you keep pronouncing his name that way?
Yeah, you
I
say
don't know.
Snook. 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 No one likes Snook.
Snoke. What's it? How is it supposed to be said? Snoke?
Snoke.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Yes.
Snoke.
Anyway, directing. What do you guys think of these two different films of their directing style?
The thing about the Force
The
Awakens that's
directing,
so good is that it
it could have been better.
basically
Oh,
that was
Directing
YouTube
could have
time.
been
awkward.
better. Directing could have been better. I'll say that now.
I will agree.
I think I like the Force Awakens directing better because
Yep.
it's like it has a different um
Style or
no, it
feeling.
has a different like it doesn't follow too many plot lines like Last Jedi does. It only has like one or two plot lines. Like Last Jedi has like three or four.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it has three actually, and it gets confusing at times.
Yeah, because I don't. I'd say one of the main reasons why I don't like these films, is because let's
It doesn't
say,
scream Star Wars.
yeah, Force Awakens, it's unnecessary. These sequels are completely unnecessary. Force Awakens definitely felt like A New Hope 2.0. That's what it felt like. And what's it called? The Last Jedi was trying so hard to be its own story, but it completely failed at being a Star Wars story.
Yeah,
I do like that they tried to take approach. Of course, I'm gonna see a different approach, but if it doesn't scream Star Wars to me, then I'm like, no. Because I will say the only good thing that Disney has done with Star Wars is The Mandalorian and the Star
Baby
Wars
Yoda.
throughout their parks. Yeah,
Yeah.
I will say that's it. And Rogue One and Solo. But I like Solo. Other people feel different about the film.
I love it. They're crazy.
Yeah. All right. So this is our last and final subject. We're
Going quick
gonna cut
today.
it a little short.
Yeah, we're going very quick today.
Let's talk about the score. What do you guys think of the score?
Music
Eh,
was as classic as ever.
Yeah.
Honestly, in my personal opinion, I feel like it's a bit just redundant. Nothing really
Okay.
new.
Yeah. I think, like I said, they were just trying to keep it classic.
I gotta say, there were a couple scenes where they used like the Imperial March when Kylo was around, and honestly, it didn't annoy me that much
Hmm.
Yeah,
because like yeah, Imperial March is Vader's theme, but the
yeah,
only
it's
Yeah.
time they ever
universal.
use it is when they're like showing the conflict between the light and the dark within Kylo, which is quite intriguing because it's like a mix of Imperial March and like Luke's theme, whatever it's called.
Hmm.
So it's kind of clever actually, because it's like a mix of them two.
Yeah. Chris, what do you think of this? I know you said what you said before, but
The music,
yeah, the
honestly,
score.
like they keep the classic score, but it feels a bit redundant, in my
Hmm.
opinion.
Yeah, I do agree with you there. I don't mind the class. In fact, I love whenever I just hear the old, like in a new that one scene where like the starships, the X-wings, like they all line up and it's do 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 do, and like they're
Yeah,
about to blow up the Death Star. To me, that's classic. I like that. I wish they had more of that in the Last Jedi, and especially like kind of throughout the God, what's it called, Star Killer base fight scene, because that one tune just screams star battle fight or starship fight,
yeah, it does.
and I think that was a completely missed opportunity, but maybe it's in there, and because I watched it late the other day and I was half awake and half asleep, maybe I missed it, but I'm 90% sure I did.
Yeah.
All right, so I'd say we start grading, cutting it really short today, one of our
Well,
shortest
this has
episodes.
gone
Well, we
super
are doing.
quick.
Yeah, this is
I
going
know.
super quick. There's only 2 movies to do. There's not a whole lot to talk about in these movies,
Yeah, there
unless
really
yeah,
isn't.
unless we talk about our theories for Rise of Skywalker,
Actually, yeah,
considering it's
let's
coming
do that.
out.
I think we can add maybe 5 more minutes onto this.
Well, what time are we at right now?
22.
22.
Yeah, let's add. What do you say? Just our own theories for.
Yeah, let's get to at least 30 if we can.
Rise of Skywalker, Rey dies at the end.
I don't honestly. That
I don't
doesn't
know. I
sound like.
cannot see that.
Yeah, like I
They're
don't.
gonna
I
kill
don't.
her.
I can't see it. But at the same time, it doesn't seem like it's not a possibility.
She's gonna
I would say
sacrifice herself.
no.
Because
Calling it
I
right
don't
now.
think it. I don't think it will happen because this is Disney slash Star Wars' first female character. And do you really think like their first main female character that actually does something? Do you really think that they're going to kill her off and be like, "Well, that's Rey"?
Yep,
yeah,
Really?
it's Star
yeah,
Wars.
I don't know because like they built a whole half of an attract, more of a whole line of an attraction at Disney World and Land for her.
It
Like I
doesn't
said,
matter. It's Star
I don't,
Wars.
I cannot see that. I
It's Star
can't
Wars.
see
It's
it.
gonna happen.
Dylan, you're new to the franchise.
Shut up. It's Star Wars.
I can see it a little bit. Like maybe she
yeah,
sacrifices herself for Kylo, like Emperor's about to kill him, and she sacrifices himself, and he does the final blow. But then again, I could also see it being vice versa, and Kylo sacrifices himself, and Rey gives the final blow. So I
maybe.
don't know
The world may
because
never know.
the world will know in 2 weeks.
Shush.
Now,
But
something I want to talk about is the in the trailer it shows Rey with a folded double bladed red lightsaber and a
yep.
Sith cloak.
Hmm.
There's a lot of ways that can go down.
She's
Yeah.
impersonating a Sith.
Yes, that's my thought because this could be a Rogue One type of situation
Or it's a
where
dream.
yes,
I swear, if it's a dream, I
It's
will
gonna be a
slap
dream.
Disney. I will slap Disney in the face.
What if it's a good dream?
I'll still slap Disney's face. I will find Bob Iger and I will slap him.
Or no, you have to dig up Walt Disney and do it.
Yeah,
I'm not digging up an old man's corpse.
it's okay, Austin. We all know what you're into.
They can't know my secret.
Too late.
Anyway, so this would be, I'm just gonna say this really fast. If I was to direct the sequel trilogy, I would have not killed off Luke. I would have had her and Kylo duke it out, but bring Luke in. Luke kills Kylo, but Kylo also injures Luke really bad. Luke's on the floor, and Luke's telling Rey, "Stop the Jedi,
here's the thing.
don't continue it." And then, it shows like 5 years later she has kids and she's married to Finn or whatever. And then it ends. That's how I would do it.
See, Luke turned. He wants the Jedi to continue just because of Sir Yoda.
Yoda, the goat.
Well, okay. So there is a concept called now. I don't know how this is gonna go over. I don't know how much I'm gonna be hated or liked for this, but there is a concept called gray Jedi. It is canon. It is canon.
They wouldn't go for that, wouldn't they?
My thing is that they might introduce it because it technically hasn't been introduced unless you're a hardcore fan of the comics and the books.
Yeah, or even the video games.
Or even the video games. Because
what is gray Jedi?
So the gray Jedi, it's literally the gray area
neutral,
the light side and the dark side. It's literally the gray area where it's just like, you know what?
They're the
neither side is right.
Mm-hmm.
And they both have their respected, their respected qualities and parts. And
I would say think of them as more of. Oh God, I just had the term in my head. I'd say think of them more as. I'd say they're the guards. I believe they're the people who guard the Jedi Temple, if I remember. Maybe that's different.
The people who guarded the Jedi Temple, they were Jedi Knights. They weren't dark side users, but they weren't part of like the Jedi Order or the Council or anything like that. They were just literally temple guards.
Oh, okay.
That's why their lightsaber colors were yellow, which is technically a Jedi color.
Yes, that's what it was. It was yellow, but I could see them trying to do maybe a gray Jedi series on Disney. I think if they reveal that and see how good it goes, they could be like, "Oh yeah, let's just do the Gray Jedi as a series, see where it goes," and then it could possibly expand into more cinematic. Not Marvel, good God, Star Wars. Like maybe we could see them in future movies where they're the main characters and they're fighting off both the Jedi and the Sith.
Yeah, it's okay. So, because here's the code for the Great Jedi: there is no light without the dark. Through passion, I gain focus. Through knowledge, I gain power. Through serenity, I gain strength. Through victory, I gain harmony. There is only the Force. That is the code for the Great Jedi. So, what I think might happen, what I'm kind of hoping to happen too, in Rise of Skywalker is that the Great Jedi philosophy is kind of implemented or at least introduced. Because remember, Luke wanted to bring back old school Jedi ways. Yoda's like, nah, we about to burn that.
Yoda had no chill.
And honestly, when you think about it, I can kind of see Kylo Ren being a Grey Jedi. A very brutal one, but he technically wouldn't be breaking the code.
I agree. All right, I say let's just rank this. What would you guys rank the sequels at?
I give it a C plus.
All right.
There's just a lot of loopholes, a lot of questions left unanswered. Like you're more focused on trying to figure out like the hidden aspects of it, what's going to happen next. Like, you're just too busy trying to figure it out to actually enjoy these movies as a whole.
I will agree with that. Dylan, what about you?
I'm gonna give it a B minus just because. Well, we haven't seen the third movie yet, and who knows? It might wrap up everything and make everything make sense. But as the two movies that we have them now, B minus because yeah, like Chris said, there's a bit too many plot holes. But who knows? New movie. Who knows what they're gonna do?
I'm gonna have to go with Chris. I'm gonna give it a C plus. I I try to enjoy these. I went in this weekend with an open mind, and I hated Last Jedi even. I would I would say the only thing saving me from giving it a C is probably that cool episode scene with Rey and Kylo taking Imperial guards.
Okay, that scene is garbage.
I
For a
th-
fight scene, yes. But for a
okay,
Star Wars scene, it's decent.
but
There's
you have
no
to remember.
force.
Dylan, shut up.
It
I
doesn't
was
have
watching.
to. You don't have to use the Force in order to have a good duel and a good Star Wars fight.
So C plus it is, fellas.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, C
All
plus.
right. So we have the prequels at A minus, Solo and Rogue One at B plus, original trilogy at A plus, and sequels at C plus. Looks like
Beautiful.
original trilogy is in the lead right now until we come back in 2 weeks. I'm signing off. This is Austin.
This is Chris.
And this is Dylan.
Peace out.
See you.